Hi guys, I hope you're all doing really well. I'm here today with a bit of a birthday book haul to show you guys what I got for my birthday, as well as a few books that have come in the post recently. So I'm super excited to show you what I got for my birthday. I didn't get that many books this year, mainly because people are starting to think I have too many books and therefore they're not buying me some, but I have got a few that I wanted to show you. So the first book that I got was from my friend Kirsty, and this she sent me in the post for my birthday, and it is A Beautiful Stranger by Christina Lauren, which I am so excited about. I read Beautiful Bastard earlier this year and was just blown away by it, so I cannot wait to get started on Beautiful Stranger, which I think is the second book in the series, but I think it's completely different characters to the first book. So this is a completely different love story, two completely different characters, to like a whole completely different setting, which I'm super excited about. So I cannot wait to read that one. I just love their writing. It's so slick, so sexy, so brilliant. So thank you so much, Kirsty, for sending me this. I cannot wait to get started. So that was the first one I got for my birthday. Then I also got some vouchers for my birthday, so I went and spent those. The first vouchers that I got were for Waterstones, so I had a £10 voucher for Waterstones, so I went and I bought 2 books in their buy one get one half price deal, which worked out as about £12, so I only had to pay £2, which was fantastic for these 2 books. The first book I picked up is a book that I want to collect the whole series of. I've seen these covers about for a long time and I think they're just absolutely gorgeous, so I'm trying to get my own little collection of all of these covers. And this is the first one I've bought, and it is Naomi and Eli's No Kiss List by Rachel Cohen and David Leviathan. Now I don't know if it's David Leviathan or David Leviathan. I think it's really David Leviathan because Leviathan would have an extra A in it, so I think it's David Leviathan. And this is the absolutely gorgeous cover that they have for it, and I don't know if you can see there, but these are all the other covers they have for the other books, and I really want to get them, and I haven't heard of this publisher before. The publisher's called Electric Monkey, which really confused me because I've never ever heard of Electric Monkey as a publisher before, but it is an imprint of Random House, I believe. Oh no, sorry, Egmont, which I don't actually know too much about them as a publisher, so I'm going to do a little bit of research, but I cannot wait to get the rest of these covers because I just think they look so beautiful on the shelves, so I'm super excited to build up my collection of those. So that was the first book I got from Waterstones, and the second book which I got from Waterstones I've already actually started reading. I'm on page 62, and it is Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. Now I've never read anything by Morgan Matson before, but I think she wrote Amy and Roger's Epic Detour and Second Chance Summer, which I've never read those two, but I've heard a lot about them. And this is her third novel called Since You've Been Gone, and the blurb just grabbed me straight away. Emily's best friend Sloane disappears almost without a trace. The only thing left behind is a to-do list. On it, 13 Sloane-inspired tasks that Wallflower Emily wouldn't normally do, and definitely not without her best friend. But what if completing the list could bring Sloane back? Dance until dawn? Sure, why not? Kiss a stranger? Go skinny dipping? Wait, what? Emily only has the summer to check everything off Sloane's list. The question is, what will she find at the end of it? So I love the sound of that one, and I cannot wait to get a bit further through. Like I say, I'm on page 62 and I'm really loving it so far. Really compelling, really addictive, really well written. Cannot wait to read some more. So that was the second book that I got from Waterstones. Then in my birthday weekend I went to the works and I finally picked up this book. I've wanted to read this book for absolutely ages. I first heard about this book and the author when he was on Book Break. I think it was the 3rd or 4th episode of Book Break that he was on, and he kind of just sold this book to me straight away. And this is his first book, I think, and I think he's written another one that has just come out or has come out this year. Oh no, I'm telling a lie. He's written a lot of books. But I think this was his one that came out last year, 2013. Yeah, this is his 2013 book, and it is The Sleep Rune by F.R. Tallis. Now this sounds just incredible. It's about a psychiatrist, James, who is offered the job opportunity of a lifetime. He is thrilled. Setting off to take up his post at Will Hope Hall in deepest Suffolk, he doesn't look back. One of his tasks is to manage a controversial project, a pioneering therapy in which extremely disturbed patients are kept asleep for months. As Richardson settles into his new life, he begins to sense something uncanny about the sleeping patients, 6 women forsaken by society. Why is the trainee nurse so on edge when she spends nights alone with them? And what can it mean when, one night, all the sleepers start dreaming at the same time? Cannot wait to read that. It sounds amazing. I did actually start reading the first chapter on the train, so I have read the first chapter and it is really fantastic, really compelling. Cannot wait to carry on with that one. So that is The Sleep Room by F.R. Tallis. So excited to get more of that one read. Then I had a bit of a exciting thing. My mum gave me a gift card for WH Smith which had a tiny bit of money left on it. Well, I say tiny, it had £12 on it, which is a lot. So I went to WH Smith today on my way to something which I'll tell you about in a minute, and I picked up 2 books for £11 something because it was buy one get one half price. The first book I picked up was The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I'm sure all of you know by now how much I adore John Green and how much I adore this book. I picked up a second copy of this book. I already have one copy, but I picked up a second copy because I decided that I wanted to have one that I could keep on my bookshelf and one that I can keep kind of and read through it. So one of them will stay neat and one of them will stay kind of a bit torn and red and, you know, loved. So this is the one I'm going to keep neat because it goes with the film ticket stub that I've got and the film pass and the film poster, and I'm going to keep the other one and read that one whenever I feel like reading the book. So I'm really excited that I've got a copy of that. And I also love this because inside it has got some pictures from the film as well. So normally I'd hate that, but because I love this film so much and because this film just was everything I wanted it to be and more, it just is extra special that it has it in there. So really looking forward to putting that away and getting the old one out of the box. And then the second book I got today I was so excited about because this book only came out today and I was kind of scouring the shelves looking for it and I couldn't find it anywhere, and I was like, no, I really want this book. But then just as I was about to walk out the shop I spied it sitting in the charts right by the door and I thought, phew, thank goodness. So I picked it up and it is Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. Now I'm super excited about this book. I loved Anna and the French Kiss. Lola and the Boy Next Door was incredible, so I cannot wait to read the third book, and I think this is the final book in a series called Isla and the Happily Ever After. They don't follow on exactly from one another, but each book has recurring characters in there, so if you haven't read the first 2 you could still read this as a standalone, but it might be an idea to actually read the first 2 so that you can understand some of the characters that are in this one. But yes, I'm super excited. I just adore this, and again I love the spine and it will go beautifully with my Anna and the French Kiss one that I have here. They line up beautifully, and all I need to do is get a copy of Lola and the Boy Next Door and my collection will be complete. So that was the second book I bought in Smith's today. Now I was going to show you some of the books that I have got recently from publishers, but first of all I just thought I'd tell you some exciting news. I have got a job, and I have got a job at Waterstones. I'm so super thrilled. One of my things on my bucket list and one of my dreams has always been to work in a bookshop, especially Waterstones, and I had an interview a couple of weeks ago and I got a phone call yesterday to say that they wanted to offer me the job, so I'm so excited. At the moment it's just a small part-time job doing Saturdays and potentially some lunchtime shifts, but I'm just so excited that I have finally got a job in a bookshop. So that was what I was doing this afternoon. I went for my induction, and before I went to Smith's and bought these, so that's why I got those today. So yeah, that's really exciting and I can't wait to start. So I better hurry up and show you the books that I got from publishers this week, otherwise this video is going to be really long. The first book I got, I don't think I've shown you this one yet. I might have shown it to you, I don't think I did. It is The Secret Place by, now is it Tana French or Tanya French? I'm not too sure, either one. This is an absolute beast of a book. It's massive, and the most upsetting thing is that the print is so small inside as well, so this is going to be an absolute beast of a book to read. But it's a really intriguing kind of premise. The tagline is, "I know who killed him, soon everyone will know." And it just kind of sounds really intriguing, and it comes out on the 28th of August, so there's no way I'm going to read this by the 28th of August, but I'm really looking forward to giving it a read at some point and seeing what I make of it. So yes, that is The Secret Place by Tana or Tanya French. The next book I got this week, oh, and that was a book that I won in a Goodreads giveaway, so I won that one. It didn't come straight from publishers, like they didn't send it to me because they wanted me to review it. I won it and they sent it to me for that, and this is exactly the same for this one. This was a book that I won in a Goodreads giveaway too, and it is Paul Pilkington, The One You Love. Now I think I've read this book, I'm not entirely sure, because I have read one of Paul Pilkington's books, and I think it's the first one in the Holden trilogy that I have read, because I remember reading this book on my Kindle, and I remember I read it in one afternoon because it was just so addictive and so compelling. So I'm really excited to finally have a paperback copy. This is about Days before their wedding, Emma Holden's fiancé has gone missing. Not only is he disappeared without a trace, his brother is found beaten and left for dead. Suspicion for the attempted murder falls on Dan, but Emma refuses to believe his guilt. When crime scene photos get splashed across the pages of London tabloids, Emma knows that someone is following her, watching her. It is an odd, familiar feeling. So looking forward to giving this one a reread, because I enjoyed it so much the first time. I want to read it again because I can't quite remember what happened. So it's always good to go back and reread a book that you can't quite remember what happened in. Is my camera really blurry, or is it just my eyesight really bad? I don't know if that's made a difference. The third book that I got this week, or the first book that I got from publishers this week that wasn't run in a giveaway, is Cursed by Jennifer L. Armentrout, which I have heard so many things about this author. It's unbelievable. And I think this is either a standalone or the first in a series, which is always good because I'm forever getting like the second or third book in a series and not being able to read it because I haven't got the first. But I believe this is a standalone, so that's always exciting. This is about a girl called Ember who has died. After a fatal car accident, her gifted little sister brought her back. Now anything Ember touches dies, and that, well, really blows. Ember operates a no-touch policy with all living things, including boys. When Hayden Cromwell shows up, quoting Oscar Wilde and claiming her curse is a gift, she thinks he's a crazed cutie, but when he tells her he can help control it, she's more than interested. There's just one catch. Ember has to trust Hayden's adopted father, a man she's sure has sinister reasons for collecting children with abilities even weirder than hers. Sounds epic, my friends. Sounds epic. The next book I got this week is also from Hodder, which is where the other one was from, and it is Panic by Lauren Oliver, which I am so excited to finally have a copy of. I've wanted to read this book forever. This says, what do you fear the most? Would you face that fear for someone you loved? Or perhaps for wealth beyond your wildest dreams? Welcome to Panic, a legendary game played by graduating seniors in the no-hope town of Carp, where the stakes are high and the payoff even higher. A game in which competitors will face their greatest fears and hope to live to defeat them. We all have something to play for, so love the sound of that. That just sounds epic. So thank you, Hodder, for that one. I cannot wait to read that one. And then the final 3 books I got today. One of them was unsolicited, and 2 of them were books that I've been waiting for, and I'm so excited. The first one is the unsolicited one, and it is called The Portrait by William Jan Otten. Literally no idea what this is about, never heard of the author or this book before, but the blurb says, a young painter, loved for his fine and true-to-life portraits, receives a commission that is unlike any he has had before. Make a portrait of a dead boy. You will save a life with it, says the boy's extremely rich father. The painter knows he will have to surpass himself. He takes on the job, but who was the boy? Why is he dead? Why, when the painting is finished, does the father not come to collect it? And why does the artist undertake this painting? The Portrait is a thrilling novel about the desire to bring someone into the world, but it is also about love and death, betrayal and trust, and truth and falsehood. So it sounds intriguing. I think it has been translated from Dutch. So I'm looking forward to giving it a bit of a read. Not too sure that it's going to be particularly thrillery. I think it's more literary fiction than it is kind of thriller and kind of contemporary popular fiction, but I do like the cover and I'm willing to give it a go, and it's quite short as well. I think it's only about 184 pages, so I can't really turn that down. So yes, that is The Portrait by William Jan Otten. The second book I got today was from the people at Head of Zeus, and I was after this book for quite a while, so I'm really excited it finally arrived, and it is called Tiger Milk by Stephanie D. Valesco, I think, and this has been translated, I believe, from German, maybe? Yeah, translated from German. That's the cover. And this is about Nina and Jamila, who are 14. The summer has just begun and Berlin is their playground. Smelling of salt and sun cream, sticky-lipped and heavy-eyed from drinking tiger milk all day, they head for the red light district. They've decided it's time to grow up. And practice makes perfect, doesn't it? Tender and funny, shocking and tragic, this is an explosive literary debut about leaving childhood behind, ready or not. So I really like the sound of that. Again, quite literary rather than kind of contemporary, kind of popular fiction, but I adore the cover and I just think this is going to be a pretty good read. So looking forward to reading that one. Let's see what it's like behind Oh, not a very exciting hardcover, unfortunately, but nevertheless, a beautiful dust jacket. And then the final book that I got today is probably the one I'm most excited about, I think, or it's one of the ones that I've been most excited about reading since I heard about it, and it is I'll Take New York by Miranda Dickinson. I am absolutely in love with Miranda Dickinson. I think she is the most fantastic author, one of the most fantastic authors in the world. Her novels are just so addictive. Her last novel, her last novel, Take a Look at Me Now, was just superb, and I read that so quickly because I just was in love with it. And this one just sounds like it's going to be as good, if not better. So looking forward to reading that one. This is about a woman called Bea who owns a bookshop, and she decides, she makes a decision, and she decides no more men, no more heartbreak, no more pain. But as we know, she's probably going to find a man and fall in love, and everything's going to be happy and beautiful. So looking forward to reading that one. So thank you to the lovely people at Avon for sending me a copy of that one. So that is all I have to show you today. I hope you have enjoyed watching. I'm sorry that it's been ridiculously long yet again. I don't seem to have very good skills at brevity, but yes, they are the books I've got recently, and I cannot wait to read them. Let me know in the comments below what you've got recently, what you're looking forward to reading. Leave me any recommendations. Let me know what you are looking forward to reading, what you want to buy, what you think I should buy, all of that kind of stuff. Let me know, and let's have a good chat about books. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!